go separately?
Whatever you said, I missed it because my computer restarted for whatever reason.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, well, hang on here. Okay, so yeah, what I was saying is Tanavat's shown up, and what I'm most curious about is, do the people who are leaving have a general plan? Did they want to stick together? Did they want to leave separately, or what?
I'm okay with sticking. Yes, stick together. Leave.
Yes.
Leave together.
Okay.
Oh, and Ryan is here, so he can be part of crew dip out.
Oh, good. Ryan, welcome.
What?
And that'll buy
Hello,
time
sir.
for Lee to get on. Yeah, see.
What's going on?
Do you want to dip out? The cops
Some
are here.
folks are running, some are staying.
Am I? I don't remember what I was doing last time.
Cops are here. Do you want to leave?
So
Yeah, that sounds like a dip out. Yep.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sky,
yeah, okay.
not just the cops, the sky cops are here.
The sky cops are here.
Cops.
And there's
I don't want no run-ins with anybody.
But Tanavas is here. You might want to go check her out.
More like, never mind. No, I'm good.
Tanavas.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, did I hear Lee? Lee, say
Lee.
something. Oh, good. Oh, thank God. Okay, good.
Lee.
oh hi.
Okay, so the Team Brexit. So you guys are sticking together.
Hey, we're not Team Brexit. Our exit actually makes
Well, the
sense.
others are Remainers, so I don't know what to say. Anyway,
We're just running
In just a minute.
so the ones of you, so Team Dip, 5-layer dip. What do you guys? Do you guys have a plan? Do you want to like disguise yourselves? Do you want to sneak out? What are we doing?
Run
What?
stealthily north.
Yes. Stealth run.
Yeah, I want
Stealth
to fucking
run.
hustle.
Okay, so you want to just make a mad dash for it. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Stealthily.
Stealthily.
So
Before they get this area locked down.
mad dash and stealthily are literally opposites.
Yeah. It's stealth.
Quiet mad dash.
Stealthy
yeah,
mad
quiet
dash.
mad dash, and
Mhm.
then stealth.
It makes a lot of sense. It's raining. It's not like they.
Dash and
like,
hide, dash and hide.
It's good cover.
Duck and
you know?
weave. Duck and weave, boys.
Exactly.
Serpentine. Okay, so people who are leaving can give me athletics checks.
Okay.
Athletics checks.
Feel good about that. Okay, that wasn't great.
Wait, what about like acrobatics? Can I do that instead?
If it's a mad scramble, that is literally athletics.
Oh my god! Oh my
Oh.
god!
Hmm.
I realize I have a thing. I have a
You
thing.
have a thing.
You have a thing?
Holy crap!
Have a thing.
Where is it? Where is
A
it? Where is it?
thing?
Rustic hospitality. Oh, from background shit. Okay, let's take a look at that. Backgrounds. Those things. This will be noted.
Exactly true. Shit.
So,
I know people here. This is on my. This is near my delivery route.
so Vivi, Izo, and Oz make a mad scramble away from this. Unfortunately,
Wait,
you
should I do
guys.
a roll for bully?
I'm gonna assume Bully would never abandon you, so he's with you.
Mhm.
Should I
Unless you
roll
want.
for-
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Okay.
I hope it's good.
What is that?
Athletic.
You
It's
can't
strength.
be much worse
Yeah.
than a
Strength.
7.
Yeah.
Damn, Bully hustles.
He's
So
a big
with
frog.
so with those rolls, you guys again make a mad dash for it. Unfortunately, you seem to have caught the attention of one of those Griffin cavalry that are sort of circling, and they start sort of following you. The light's not directly on you, but they definitely notice something starting to run that way. While that's going on, Jimheim, King, what are you two up to?
I put my hand on King's shoulder and I say, "Whoa, fellow, now's the time. We defeated the eel people, and now the Griffin cavalry comes to help us defeat this shark. This is going to make a wonderful climax to the story. Yes.
Oh yes, and we have an audience, which is just perfect. Also, I just got back. I was half listening. They all ran off.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
But one of the Griffin cavalry kind of like followed them a little.
Yeah, he's sort of tailing him.
Quick distraction.
All right, we should probably find Lazarus and see what's going on with all these guards.
So you guys start heading around the front of the building as the guards start sort of rushing in.
Absolutely, just pure confidence, just walking nice and calm.
Okay. Let's see. There should be music playing.
Well,
Okay,
but I'm walking a little quickly because I know that shark's out there, so I'm trying to get across this dock pretty quick, and then I'll maybe walk calm once I'm on the shore.
Yeah, that's a good idea. As you guys are doing that, you think you see a shadow or you see like movement of water as some sort of large shape under the water is gliding along the coast, away from the dockhouse at this point. Meanwhile, Lazarus, you and Bartle are up front as Tanavest and her goons sort of arrive. You have a quick little exchange. You explain to Tanavest that you're working a separate case. Tanavest seems skeptical. Then she looks up, looks to all of her guards, sort of claps her hands together. All right, people, I want this one by the books. Secure that dockhouse, get that building under control. She'll point to one of the guys who are accompanying her. She'll point to the shed. She's like, I want to know what's inside that shed. She'll direct the other guys who arrived with her personal entourage. She'll tell them, all right, I want everybody detained. I want this place locked down. She'll point to a group of guards. I want a perimeter set up. No one gets in. No one gets out without my permission. Is that understood? Yes, ma'am. They all start scattering and dispersing. There's a crowd. Not a crowd, but people are gathering to see what the hell's going on. Meanwhile, the Griffin cavalry are like kicking in the front door, and they're actually heading into the building. One of the guys goes over to the shed and starts pounding on it, trying to figure out how to get in. And then she'll look over at Lazarus. She'll look over at you and Bartle. She'll give a smile. And by the way, gentlemen, everyone gets detained. We don't want to, look like we're playing favorites. It's important that everybody has confidence in the watch. Wouldn't want them to think we're corrupt. And two of the guys come up with manacles. One for Bartle, one for you, Lazarus.
Lazarus is going to raise his hand, and he's going to say, "You don't want people to think the watch are corrupt. Don't give them reason to think the watch are corrupt. Those aren't necessary. We can go with you without."
Give me a persuasion check.
That's pretty good reason.
Okay. Un momento, por favor. Sorry.
Man.
Don't you want to rank her by being part of the gray whatever?
Oh.
Did I roll a 1 again? God damn it.
Yeah.
You
Oh
rolled
my
a
God.
0. So you say that, and the guy just immediately claps you in irons.
God damn it. I'm pretty
Sorry,
sure.
Inspector. You do know you know the policy. Again, don't want to play favorites, and you just hear Bartle, don't fuck this up.
Yeah, Bartle.
Meanwhile, King and Jim, you guys are rounding the corner as some of the guards come up. One of the guards that you see is rushing towards you.
Oh, hello, you're here. There's a giant zombie shark in the...
He immediately
God.
tackles Jim Heim to the ground, starts like...
No!
on him.
What are you doing?
Griffin Cavalry, get on the fucking ground!
I'm carrying a victim of these horrible cults.
Stop resisting!
I toss the lady I'm carrying to the ground. Like, all right, I just got my hands up. Like, I
Yeah, they immediately, using a little bit more force than necessary, start...
Oh,
manipulating
my
both of you.
sternum! You've crushed my sternum!
how much damage do I take?
You don't take any damage.
Okay, because I got 2 HP. This is quite unnecessary.
They're not Rodney Kinging you. Anyway, so they detain the two of you. They grab the woman. They start shackling her. Meanwhile, the runners. So you guys, again, you can see that guard is, or that cavalry guy is pursuing you. Can't quite get the light on you. Do you want to like keep running, or do you want to try and hide?
Let's
Or do
try
something else.
and hide.
Yeah, do I see
Stealth
any
mode.
inns or anywhere I've delivered?
Yeah,
on
at
this
any
route?
given point, you guys have alleyways. You have other docks with sort of fishing gear, stuff like that. You have small boats that are probably that have like tarps over and stuff like that. You have plenty of places to hide.
Okay.
Stealth.
Okay, so you can all give me stealth checks.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Stealth eyes.
You got like a cloaking device in your artificial stuff.
God.
You do have
Hey.
the elf cloak, don't you?
Yeah, it gives them advantage. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. That
Yeah.
doesn't.
Bullies,
Oh, that was
Oh,
bully
yeah, that was
stealth.
bully.
That was bully stealth. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
It's a frog.
Okay, okay.
There's a
Yeah,
frog.
so,
There's a
so
giant
you guys
frog
aren't-
outside.
He's got some
Yeah, so you guys
hiccups.
all like immediately dive into cover. The guy starts circling overhead, but he doesn't seem to see you. But
All
he's
he
still
sees is a giant frog.
he sees a frog. He's like, I got a frog. I don't see any people. He keeps sort of circling for a little bit.
Bully's gonna like, do his ribbit and just
Okay.
kind of look. He thinks he's stealthy, but he's not. He's just kind of.
he does frog camouflage where they just sit really still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Meanwhile, Tanavast is just like sort of directing everybody. She's making sure everything's sort of going according to plan. And she looks over at you, Laz. Walks up to you. So, is there anything I should know going into all of this?
Laz is going to nod and say, "Few civilians heard the commotion. Maeve intervened."
I see. Intervened. You just happened to be walking by.
I was investigating.
You
They
were
were.
investigating. What exactly were you investigating?
I was investigating cult activity for the Black Staff.
Cult activity. Fantastic. I see. Right about this point, Jim, you and King and the woman are being escorted around to the front. Inside, you can hear the guards have secured the 3 prisoners. And then finally, the night guy here kicks in the door to the shed, and you suddenly hear like this huge commotion of animals coming from that shed.
Okay.
And as they're dragging the prisoners out the front door, you suddenly you see Badger. He like shouts over, "Oi, that's my merchandise!"
As Jim and King are pulled around the corner, Laz just sort of clenches his fists while he's in his irons. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are over here.
So this is the first we're seeing Tanavast.
Yes.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's you.
So you
Her
want
eyes.
us naked in manacles this time? And I give her a little wink.
He raises an eyebrow, then looks over at Lazarus. Do you know these people?
Like I said, civilians intervened behind me.
Oh.
Civilians saved the day, you mean?
Yes, we saved our neighbors. Isn't that right, Badger?
Badger's just like, right, they saved my hide. Some of the people who have gathered are just like, what was that?
We just wish you had showed up sooner. We had to take care of
Get
all these
those
cultists
people out.
ourselves.
Yes,
Some of the guards.
Go ask Miss
Okay,
Badge's daughter. She sent us to save him.
Gentlemen. And Laz is just gonna shoot them a look.
Not helping. She'll look
It's
over at the
business.
two of you. and she'll like squint, and then she'll walk closer. Wait a minute. Oh, right. Wolf, weren't you with the clown earlier today? And she'll point at Jim.
Did she see me with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you were all sitting together. Well, you were all sitting away from Mom.
Away from Oz.
Yeah.
Did Gemheim ever get into the?
No.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't
wait a
think
minute. No,
Jem
you never
got
got
in.
in. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm sorry.
Jem never got in.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I got
And
abducted.
King
Yeah, that's
wasn't
right.
there, was he?
And King wasn't even there.
Yeah,
That's
King
right.
wasn't
Yeah,
even
good
there.
point.
Yeah.
So
Okay, good point. Okay, never mind.
The last time you
We-
saw us was at,
That's right. You were
naked.
high on drugs outside.
yep.
Yep. I forgot.
Woo!
We're
We
good.
didn't even think of
Oh,
that.
that
We
was
chose
almost
the
bad.
chose the perfect people to stay behind.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
We're good.
She will, however, walk up to the two of you. So where are the rest?
Not
The
here.
rest
Where's
of-
the Where's the bugbear?
Okay, you don't want to just see us naked? I mean, I think we're the stars of the show.
I'll ask again. Where's the bugbear?
You might want to check the stomach of that giant shark that's in the bay right now.
Well, that's a problem, because he's pretty much the only one I want to talk to amongst all of you.
Uh-oh.
Well, you have
I
to
don't
ask
even
the
know his
shark
name.
then.
Shark. A giant shark?
A giant
Yes.
zombie shark that talks. He talked, right?
Yeah, you talk.
Last,
She,
last looking at
She turns back to all the guards. Get him inside. They start dragging you guys inside the main building.
You guys are ruining the climax.
Yes, we save. This is what we get for being a good Kuraturan. Is we get manhandled around, talked to like no
Pitiful.
believers,
It's pitiful.
save our neighbors and the good people of this city, and this is what we get.
They
Bunch of
shove you
horseradish, I tell
This is
you.
not civilian work.
Horseradish.
I love horseradish.
Laz is doing.
She'll look over at Laz. Where's the bugbear?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Again, they intervened behind me. I didn't see everyone who intervened or where they went.
Okay, she'll say to the guards, "Search the place. There's probably more." I'll nod and start searching around. So the rest of you, that cavalry guy is still circling. He sees Bully, but it looks like hasn't quite given up yet.
All right.
Fuck. I mean,
I'm gonna stay hidden.
yeah, we could just stay hidden.
Okay.
But
They don't know bullies with me.
Yeah, like technically, all they see is this giant frog. It's not that unusual, so they're not really worried about it.
Yeah.
have Bully walk away and like divert him.
You want me to what?
Diversion, like just walk some other direction to get his attention, you know.
First.
Yeah, like throw some food over there. He'll go for it.
Bully. What are we looking at? Where are we? What is
We're
this?
in
look
some
Uh,
alleyway down the.
Yeah, you guys are still on the docks. You've got boats tied up to various piers and stuff like that. You have a row of buildings.
Random barrels around.
Oh yeah.
Bully. Go knock over a bunch of those barrels and be a menace. And then meet me back at the brewery.
Yeah,
Or no, our bar. Actually, meet
Yeah.
me back at the bar.
yeah.
Or do we want to go to the brewery? Where do we want
Bar.
to meet?
The bar. The bar.
Meet me back at the bar.
Bully hops
Okay.
over to a bunch of barrels, starts knocking them over, just by hopping into them.
Josh, are we against a wall?
Do you mean on the map or literally, like in the story?
Both.
Literally.
Like I mean, you could be if you wanted to.
I'm curious if we're against like an older building where like the wall's not in great shape, and if there's like hopefully like a small hole.
Get into the
We
building.
could say so, yeah, if you want.
Is Is bully making a good distraction? Is it?
Yeah. The
Drawing
guy's noticing it. He makes a note of it, but he keeps circling for another pass or two, then starts flying back to the main group.
You know what?
Okay.
Wait.
We should still be careful as we go
How
on.
long is this?
And if
I'm gonna signal for bully to come back.
Okay. Bully starts hopping back over to you.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
He's with me.
Okay, so it looks like you guys are in the clear for the moment.
I gotta head north.
okay, to meet up with another
To see what I
contact?
think.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I pull the trident out of my coat. I gotta deliver this.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. And then if anybody else comes across us, I have another plan. So I could just be Grandma, and you're just helping poor little Grandma Valerie, get some exotic artifact back to her house because she loves to just collect so much random shit with her cats. That's perfect plan, foolproof.
I tried an aficionado.
But that's if we run into anybody that we wouldn't want to run into on the way there. But
Got
we can
it.
continue stealthily.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you guys want to continue stealthily. Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
What was wrong with her once more?
Boom.
Yo!
Okay, you guys are like the fucking knight.
Let's see,
Um,
bully.
Oh boy.
This is our town.
That's not bad.
Okay. Yeah, you guys just like dissolve into the fucking shadows. Nobody finds you. Meanwhile, the rest of you are back with Tanavast. She's got you guys sort of like in the foyer, and she's just sort of tapping your chin, trying to figure out what to do. She'll grab Bartle and she'll drag him into the back room over here. So she and Bartle sort of disappear in there. You hear her, or you see her slam the door, leaving the three of you alone with the other prisoners. So I'm gonna move those over here.
Badger, my man, how are you holding up?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Glad to finally be out of all that.
Stop talking. Stop talking. You're not helping.
It's like asking the river to stop running. Come on now.
Well, tell us.
All arrested.
Well, tell us, McGruff, what would help?
I'm fairly certain that I hate my life. Nothing. Just stop talking. At least stop talking, because it will make things less worse.
Well, I don't know about that. I think there's nothing to worry about. We saved the day. All these people know we saved the day. All those people walking by outside, they heard.
That
Fine.
person, and he's gonna gesture with hands. That person doesn't give a shit if we save the day. She doesn't give a shit who saved the day.
You seem to know quite a
You're an
bit
obstacle.
about it. You seem to know quite a
moron.
bit.
God damn it!
She's dirty. She's my captain. That's all we really need to know right now.
And I take it that you're not dirty yourself.
Well, what's your plan then? To just sit around and let her decide what she wants? What do we do if we don't talk? We just sit here?
Try to leverage some other. Try to leverage some other authority.
Like our nakedness. She liked that last time.
Again, not helping.
I beg to differ.
I think what your problem is you're not seeing the opportunity in this. Every obstacle, every tribulation has opportunity in it. And I have some ideas of how to leverage this.
Go
All
on.
right, Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kitty. What's your plan?
Well, it seems like there's a bit of a schism between you and her.
The door flies open as Tanavast walks back out.
I shut up right. Yeah, I'm not saying this from her.
Takes Bartle's with her. She shoves him back into the room.
Madame.
Points to Jimheim and just drags him into the back room.
God.
Go.
Don't.
Just a
Don't worry.
one-on-one.
Just keep a stiff upper lip. You've got this.
Okay, so I'm gonna need Eric and Susan to come with me into the whisper chat.
Ooh, exciting!
Ooh, shit.
Susan purely to record.
Yes. Should I not listen?
You can listen if you want. I mean, you
Okay.
can't really affect anything. So Tanavast drags you into the back room there, Jimheim. Has you motions for you to sit down. You can see that another one of her goons is in here.
Oh, okay. Yes, I take a seat.
She'll come around to the table, sit down. So, do you want to tell me what happened?
I'll gladly tell you what happened. We, King and I,
The
were just
tobacco.
out for... Yes, the Tabaxi. You should get used to referring to him as King. He's an important player on the Waterdeep scene, I'll tell you that much.
I see. And I didn't get your name.
My name's Gemheimer Menegold Moreau.
Her eyes sort of get wide. The Waterdeep Morose?
Yes, indeed. The very same.
I see.
But anyway, I was with a stroll with my good fellow King, like I said, an important player on the Waterdeep scene. And, we just heard... I can't remember how it started, I had a lot of wine tonight, but there was some commotion and we ended up... there was a man with an eel, and some eel-like dog things, and King and I valiantly fought them off, where we ran into our good friend Lazarus, who was investigating the scene, and together we vanquished these eel folks. They had these eels that took over your brain,
Mhm.
and they would burrow in you, take over
I
your
see.
brain, and you would get crazy. It sounds crazy, but I mean, Forgotten Realms, it's a crazy place.
She'll motion over to the guy that's in there with her. She'll whisper something into his ear. He'll nod and he'll leave the room. What's this about a giant zombie shark?
Yes, I'm sorry, I was getting to that. That's the exciting part. So anyway, these eel cultists, we fought off a big one who had a big weapon, and he came at us, and it was, he was a guy, no affiliation with our group at all, and we saw him, and they attacked, and we ran outside after defeating these because we heard something in the boathouse. And in the boathouse, there was a giant shark and some cultist folks who were raising the shark from the grave, and the shark, they completed the ceremony. We didn't show up in time. The shark animated and said something cool. I can't remember it specifically, but it'll come back to me when the adrenaline's not so good. It's not so high. And then he bit the head off of the cultists, and it was very dramatic. And we ran outside in a fluster, and we saw you guys arriving. Yes, that's when Lazarus, I think, was securing the scene at this point, and he met you out front. I don't know. He really is not the hero. It was me and King who defeated the cultist and fought
I see.
off
So it
this
was
shark.
just you and Mr. King.
Yeah, and Lazarus was like a sidekick, I would say.
I see. So Lazarus was already on the scene. The two of you were passing by and were dragged in by violence.
Like I said, I was very drunk, but something like
You
that.
seem to have sobered up very quickly, my lord.
Well, you know, I hold it kind of well, but it still does affect the brain.
I see. So, but Lazarus was on the scene. Who was he with? Was he with anybody?
No?
No. Okay. Thank you. Well, my lord, that'll be enough questions for now. Thank you. Oh, just one more thing. The bugbear. I was told that your friend from the other night. You do remember the other night, right?
Well, there's lots of nights I do remember, and there's lots of nights I don't remember, so...
The night.
You said the other night, you got to specify. Oh,
night
yes,
we-
I remember us meeting. That was a very... How could I forget?
Oh, good. Good.
I hope you remember.
Oh,
Give
I
it a
do.
wink.
I also remember how you tried to use magic against me.
Well, with you. I'd say with you. I was in
I
it. I was in it. You know, it
I
was
see.
going to be a moment we had.
Oh,
you don't like
a
my
moment.
magic,
I understand. I understand.
Yeah, I don't use
Anyway.
it on people. I use magic with people.
Oh, fantastic. So, again, the bugbear, whatever his name was, I was told that he would be in the vicinity. But I haven't seen him.
In this vicinity?
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't see him.
Anything about a trident?
No, I don't know. A trident?
Okay. Thank you so much for your cooperation, my lord.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
She'll escort you out, and she's going to.
I kind of like act like I stumble when I stand up, trying to like play my drunkenness a little bit.
Give me a deception check. Give me a deception check.
Or performance.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, as you stumble, she'll like catch you. Careful, my lord.
Oh,
Don't want to hurt yourself.
I kind of like lean into her catching me. I'm like, you should join me sometime.
Maybe some other time, my lord. Again, be careful. Wouldn't want you to get hurt. And she'll send you back out into the foyer. So you go ahead and leave, Eric, and pull King in here for me.
Yep. Okay, give me 1 second.
Die.
You should go in the other chat.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I was about to say. So Tanav has to lead you into the other room, King. Have you sit down.
Okay. And
So,
Jim is
Mr.
outside the room. Yeah, he's outside the room now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Mr. King, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I am.
Have a seat. So, can you tell me what happened?
It was quite simple, really. We were out and about the town when we ran into some of our friends who happened to hear about some of our neighbors and other people disappearing, and some leads that really might have been in this fish cannery down here. So we came by to kind of see if we might find some clues as to where they might have gone, and all of a sudden we were beset by eel hounds. They invited us in after we kind of talked our way out of being chewed to death by eels, and also they started attacking us, wanted to put eels in us. And really, it just kind of turned into a little free-for-all as we fought back these eel cultists, found our neighbors, and just gonna follow the cultists to that boathouse to try to finish them off. We're glad you guys came when you did. There's a giant shark in there that's now in the bay.
That's what I keep hearing. Anyway, so I have a quick question. Detective Lazarus. When did he get involved? Did you come to him with this information, with these suspicions, or what?
It wasn't I. It was one of my other companions in this city.
Was it
Met with
Oz
them and then
Blueblood?
Oz Blueblood. Don't try to recall that name. I'm trying to think I've heard that name before. I don't believe it was him.
You don't recall. Okay.
It was.
That's confused. I'm sorry. I'm just a little confused. Your friend out there was telling me that you and Oz Blueblood and himself, the three of you were in the vicinity. So do you know Oz Blueblood?
I'm picturing someone short and green. Is his name Oz? I know one of our companions is a short green fellow, one of those
the
goblins.
goblin you were with the other night. He may have given you a false name.
Is Oz a common goblin name? It's hard to keep them straight.
I see. Okay. Anyway, so was he with you at this time?
Yes, there was a goblin with us.
Okay, thank you. So anyway, we haven't found a goblin. Do you know what happened to him?
Oh, in the chaos of the boathouse, one of those cultists turned into a man squid. This giant shark they had strung up came back to life and started eating everyone. The entire boat started to.
She gets like visibly like confused. Did he eat the goblin?
He ate one of the cultists and he started chomping around, but while they tried to run out of there, I don't know who else had chomped before you all tackled me.
I see. Okay.
I just gotta assume the rest of us got eaten by him before he rounded us up. I don't. If he didn't, then that's news to me.
Okay, give me a deception check in general. Okay. She keeps nodding along. I see. Okay, so squid. I see. Okay. Okay, so everything's checking out from what we're seeing. Yes, I suppose that answers enough of my questions. One other thing, do you know where the bugbear went to?
The bugbear. You keep on mentioning this bugbear.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you mention it, I do recall a bugbear I did run into earlier today. His name was Funny, actually. Does that ring any bells to you?
She raises an eyebrow. I think I know Funny, yes.
Yes, I think we both know Funny. Now, here's another question. Does the name Lockjaw ring any bells to you?
Her face is generally hard to read. It's usually this like sort of passive mask, but you see her frown ever so slightly. She doesn't respond though.
See, I do appreciate you and your association coming to, help us get our friends, our neighbors out of this little cult den, and potentially help stop whatever that giant, shark in the bay is. And in exchange for this assistance, I'll clue in a little tip I came across earlier today. I think your subordinate Lockjaw is misusing your organization's resources, using them on petty little squabbles of his.
I see. What sort of squabbles?
Oh, turns out he had a little bit of a grudge against my own family, as it were. Not no one who lives in this city, but so tried to take it out on me and used resources of your organization to try and do such, which I feel is very unprofessional.
I appreciate your telling me this. You mentioned your family. What sort of family?
Royalty. In
Royalty.
Mastika, yes.
Maztecan royalty. Hence the king title, I assume.
Absolutely. New land, a new name.
I understand. Okay. Very good. Well, thank you for telling me that. I'll be sure to keep it in mind. Mr. King, is that correct?
Yes.
Good. Otherwise, I don't have any more questions.
Oh, I have another question for you, though.
Oh, certainly. She was about to stand. She stops.
Are you hiring? I have it under good authority that you might have an
Hmm.
open position available.
I assume you're not talking about the watch.
No. I'm talking about a block boss. And I know you have an open position because I killed Lockjaw earlier by boiling him alive in the pot he meant to kill me. And I guarantee you, if I am a block boss in your organization, I'll not find myself in someone's cookpot.
Noted. She'll stand up, give a whistle. A guard will come in, grab you by the shoulder, and escort you back into the foyer.
Before he starts dragging me, I extend out a paw to shake her hand.
She doesn't accept.
I nod and just follow the guard,
Okay.
as it is.
And she'll head back out there. So let's head back into the main chat.
Absolutely.
Hold him without.
No.
Oh, hello,
Because
friends.
I know Josh, separated us for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I feel like I'm in on some fun gossip.
Uh,
Oh, were you
That's
listening to
because you are.
Yeah.
Oh!
no, it doesn't matter if she knows. She's not
Yeah.
part of the.
So here's what happened after while Tanavast was in there talking with Jimheim. At one point, a guard came in to the foyer, walked out the front door. You heard him shouting something, but King and Lazarus couldn't make it out. After a few minutes with Jim, she comes in, takes King, goes in the back room. After a few minutes, comes back out. Meanwhile, the rest of you who are out and about, so you guys are like stealthily moving through the alleyways of Dockward. When
At a certain point, we just need to start acting casual.
Mhm.
Once we're far enough away.
yeah, I'm yeah.
Just hands
so,
behind your back, just whistling down the street.
Yeah, yeah. So after a few minutes, you guys have like you're moving so stealthily because you're moving so like slowly, making sure you draw no attention. And after a few minutes, you suddenly hear a bunch of commotion coming back the way you came. And from your vantage point, you can see that several Griffin riders take the skies and start sort of flying low over the houses, over the alleyways, trying to shine lights into the alleyway. So at this point, I'm going to drag everybody over to this map.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so
Oh, there's two of them. Whoa. Well,
Ooh.
who cares?
the other
right?
one of them doesn't matter because you guys did something else. So
Oh.
Okay.
okay, so I need the three people who are running: Oz, Vivi, and Izo. Please go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I gotta select my guy.
I pressed the button.
Did you click your token?
I did. Oh. I don't know. Whatever.
Delayed.
Okay. Okay. So the goal of the skills challenge is for the three of you to escape from Dockward. Apparently something went wrong back there, and they're now actively searching for you. So I'm gonna just hide these. Izo, you're up first.
Can I just use my rustic hospitality to go inside?
You can use that as a justification. Give me a skill that you want to use, though.
Oh, okay. I want to use stealth, and essentially what I want to do is like, kind of like they do in like Taken and a bunch of other movies, where like I start moving through like tenant buildings, like from one apartment to another, within like a big block of interconnected buildings.
Okay.
Just kind of like moving through the city, but staying off the streets themselves.
Yeah, and as you do, like the people notice you, they sort of recognize, like they're used to sort of things like this going on with like big bugbears acting shady in the night, so they just sort of nod and allow it to happen. It's a lot easier for them. So go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Yeah, because I'm not causing any trouble for them. I'm just passing through.
Ooh,
God damn it!
fuck.
Okay.
Garbage. I don't have anything to make that better.
Okay, goes to Vivi.
it's really time to use the
Wait, is this the
disguise
failure
yet.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Do we know the
fuck.
DC?
Where'd the first one come
It's
from?
like
You do
10.
not know
I-
the DC.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
It's usually around
It's higher
10.
than 8.
Fuck. I don't got anything for this. I got. Oh. Um,
Oh, I'm an idiot.
I guess I could do Arcana, but I'm going to use my little fun Lego markers to make a distraction. And
Okay.
like I'm just gonna color all over some random walls as we kind of like dip in the opposite direction to make some dim light appear and look like, you know, there's people walking through or something.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Go for it.
So Arcana. Hey.
Hey,
Did it.
okay, very good. Yeah, so you create a distraction using your markers. Occasionally, like you notice one of the riders
Mhm.
notices it and starts investigating that alleyway. Doesn't see anything though. As we go to Oz.
Okay. Oz is gonna like search for some animals. So I'm just gonna make this up, and you tell me if it can happen. I'm pretending there's a bunch
Yeah,
of
go for
dogs
it.
like leashed up on like a pole or something that's like around a building, maybe.
Okay.
And they're barking at us as we go along. I'm
Mhm.
just gonna cut their leashes and use animal handling to try to create a distraction and continue on moving forward.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck! That's really bad. Roll the 2. 6 in total,
Okay.
though.
Okay. So you find like a couple of you find some like dogs chained to a post. You let them out. You're trying to get them to go. Unfortunately, like they all like turn, snarl at you, and start chasing you through the streets, just barking at you. Ezo, Verity, and Oz, you guys are now, in addition to everything else, you're being chased by wild dogs, or like angry dogs, through the streets of Dockward at night. Ezo, goes to you.
I'm gonna use athletics
Okay.
to lift a sewer grate and travel through the sewers.
Good idea. Go for it.
13.
13. Okay. 13 is exactly what you needed.
Oh my god.
Whew.
Oh,
Make me sweat over here.
So you lift up a sewer grate and you guys descend into the sewers. At this point, the skills challenge is no longer about evading cops. It's now navigating sewers.
Okay.
As we go to Vivi.
Well,
You guys notice that the street that you were on and this grate that you lifted up is the same one you dropped Dolphin down. Shark. God damn it. Shark down the other day.
hey, this looks familiar. I think we can go this way. I totally know my way around. You know, I'm so good at this. This is a bad idea. I persuade them that I know where I'm going.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Or no. Not persuade them. I'm gonna actually investigate to see if I know where I'm going. Yes, I'm gonna change this to investigation.
That's a good idea.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
God, this is nerve wracking.
So as you guys are going along, Vivi, you instantly remember the area that you're going through. You also remember as you're going along that there were, they're still there. You see these
Footprints.
bloody handprints
Mhm.
along the walls and
Mhm.
along the ceiling at weird angles.
Yep, I remember that.
And you find the horribly mangled corpse of a dog down here that was not there before.
Okay.
As we go to Oz. Oh, it looks like he's taking a call.
Yeah, I think he ordered alcohol.
Okay. Okay. So while he's doing that, we can cut back to the rest of you guys. Back with Tanavast. Tanavast just sort of thrown King back into the foyer, looks over at all the other people.
Before
Snort.
she comes out,
Yeah.
Jem and Laz, I was trying to tell him as much of my story as like what I told her as I could.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there were guards around or anything. We didn't
There
want
were
to
not.
do it while you were in privacy.
Nope, there were not.
Okay, so then I tell Laz. Yeah, I just told her I feigned ignorance with anyone else that I didn't know, or that isn't here. I just said King and I were going for a stroll. We came upon some eel-ridden folk. You were investigating the scene. We did all the heroism while you played a sidekick role, and you kind of saw them at the entrance. Because I don't know if you were around when the shark. Do you know about the shark? The giant zombie shark?
Yes, zombie shark cultists. Apparently, it was all that.
Yeah, you saw that. Okay. I just don't know. You weren't in the boathouse. So I just said you were kind of a sidekick role, which, you're still in the story.
Anything else? Any other details of note? Anything I would need to know?
No, we were not with you. King and I came stumbling upon the scene, fought off. I told her about the big guy who was possessed by the eel. I told her that we went out to the boathouse. I forgot to mention Bartol and Pollock. I forgot to mention them at all. But I told her I was drunk, so, it's okay.
Okay. I'd like to also take a moment to talk with, to get things straight with Bartle as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does Bartle say?
Bartle's like, she asked me questions. I answered them as honest as I could. I told her that you came to me and Pollock asking about a case. You wanted our advice because we were the arresting officers in the Lantern Man thing, and you wanted our assistance with this. So we agreed. Pollock agreed, and I just sort of went along with it. We came here with you, and yeah, things went crazy. They had these guys. He kind of like looked sheepishly. They had them as prisoners, is what I told him, as he's pointing to Jim and King, or where King was.
Okay. All right.
I didn't mention anything about a shark. The hell is this about a shark?
Oh, he's out there. He's out there.
The fuck? Ugh, great. Okay. The one, like the three prisoners, like Badger's been pretty quiet most of the time. But right about this point, one of the other prisoners voices up. Back on the main. Here, I'll pull you guys back over there so you can see him. So that's I think it's the middle prisoner. Yeah, it's the middle guy. He's sort of blue tinted. That guy just sort of voices up. Listen, you can see he's a rather old guy. He's just like, listen, is anyone ever going to do anything about my family?
Trying to get everyone taken care of.
But listen, my family. The man took my family.
Which man?
The man in white. He had a white coat on. They came by. They took my family. Badger's just like took a few mold and then it's his family.
Okay. Did they say anything about where they were taking them?
No, he didn't say anything about it. He just pointed to my son and his wife and their daughter, and they just took them away and left us here. Badger gives a little whistle. I might have heard something.
What did you hear?
Might have seen something. Well,
See?
what I saw was the guy's shoes. Fancy shoes. Nice shoes. Type of shoes that you don't see around Dockwood. If you catch my drift. And I heard something. I heard horses outside. I was able to get a bit of a peek through the cracks. I recognize Amphalian stallions when I see them. Black. And them's rich folks' horses.
Are there any families in Waterdeep that are like known for using that type of force, or is that just a common thing?
Amphale is a suburb essentially of Waterdeep, and it's known for its horses. That's mostly where the wealthy of Waterdeep get their horses from. There are noble houses like associated with animal husbandry and horsemanship. You can give me an intelligence check, but again, that's not necessarily saying anything. You can give me an intelligence check to identify those.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, 17. Yeah, you know that of the houses that are of the houses that sort of are known for horses and like Amphalian horses, you are looking at House Ilzimer, House Lashwell, and House Roaring Horn.
Fucking Lashwells.
Mm-hmm.
Ashwell and Roaring Horn.
Again, they're known for having a large stake out there, but Amphale is the primary source of noble men's horses.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And after a few minutes, Tanavas comes out with King, sort of throws him down, and glares at Lazarus. You are in a lot of trouble. And we're going to cut back to the rest of the group.
Cabin King.
Bro.
Ryan,
I'm here.
it's your turn.
Okay.
We're in the sewers.
Yeah, you're up.
Okay, we're in the
You're in the
sewers.
sewers.
Navigating the sewers.
Okay.
Sewers.
You know, I do have Natural Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
Who dang?
Does that help if I make a roll that would help us with traveling? Do I get
I would
advantage?
say that I'd give you advantage on
Like a survival
probably on like yeah. I feel like survival would probably be the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to try to navigate us through the tunnels down here using survival.
Go for it.
Thank God I asked for the advantage.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Ugh.
So as you guys are navigating through the sewers here, Oz seems to really know his way down here. Bully can give you guys rides across like scummy water and stuff like that. But after a little while, let's see, probably Izo, you could swear you hear something skittering behind you.
Fuck.
As we go to Izo.
Okay. And hold on, let me look at things real quick. So my brews, I can only have one active at a time.
No, I think you can drink more. It's just that it's going to
I
cause
get
problems. I
exhausted.
think. I'd have to look it up. Hang on.
Okay.
Look here. Imbibes an additional brew before the duration of the last brew is ended, suffer one level of exhaustion. Okay.
Okay.
So if you drink two, you'll have exhaustion.
Right. So if I drink my mindful, my black diffidence, it
Mhm.
makes me be able to move through spaces that creatures smaller than I can get through.
Mhm.
I was thinking, can I use that to get advantage on an acrobatics roll to squirm through some tight pipes and to get into a new area, a new set of
Absolutely.
tunnels.
Yeah, because we gotta be by Castle Ward by now or some shit.
Yeah, let's hustle. Okay, come on, advantage.
Oh,
Thank God.
oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Holy moly.
Dancing with the devil.
This is intense.
Oh my god, it's so fucking intense. I hate
my
this.
god.
Oh,
So you guys do squeeze through a like a narrow, like you find a pipe and you're able to like squeeze through it. You emerge into a crisscrossing series, like there's this big junction of sewer pipes, and you notice that at this section, there is it's not webbing, it's like layers of mucus along the walls, and there are like sort of mucus encased sacks sort of stuck to those walls, some of which are throbbing or
great.
moving, I should say.
Fantastic.
That doesn't look right.
No, it does not. I almost want to use a spell slot for an automatic, but
Do it.
Good idea.
Oh my god, if you can do automatic things, burn it.
I know, but I only have 2 spell slots. I mean, I'll save 1 spell slot for
We're not gonna go into
emergency
combat again. Let's
disguise.
leave.
It's for disguising.
Do it.
Disguise yourself so the eggs don't know who you.
Yeah,
So
because
the
it's
big
not like another
suckers
egg
get
sack.
good grab on
I
your
feel like
face.
we would want to go by the eggs as quietly as
We don't know it's eggs, by the way. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I
Disguise
mean,
yourself as an egg.
sacks.
Eggs
No,
are like
it's
the best option they could be.
basically eggs.
Could be
but
like
I-
people wrapped in like spider webs or something.
Yeah, that's worse than eggs.
I mean, I kind of just want to. Because I never know what the roll's going to be. I really just want
Roll to
stealth.
make-
I don't want to do anything, because if I use a spell slot, I'm going to do something loud. So I want to do a stealth check to get
Or it could
out
be
of
an
this
apple.
area. Just
What
kind
if
of
there's
like,
an aboleth in the sewers?
fucking don't say things like that.
So don't give Jolly ideas.
You
Besides,
say it like I haven't already thought of aboleths.
That's true. That's very true. Zombie sharks and apple. They're your bread and butter.
Yeah, with the mind controlling like that, like leeches or whatever they were, I was already thinking it's like, fuck, we're gonna be fighting the aboleth sovereignty.
Wait, do I still have this?
So what you doing, Vivi?
Do I still have this D6 here? No, that's probably gone by now, isn't it?
No, it's gone.
Okay, never mind. Well, I will try and get us all to stealth past this, because it could get sticky-er than it already is. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
I have it right in my
Oh
line.
boy.
Fuck.
just dancing on the edge over here. Jesus.
Okay. I rolled 20 slowed down. Okay, so but I'm judging by the sound everybody's making that it was a success.
A 13.
Just barely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 13.
Okay,
You
okay.
said 13 is
You-
a success.
That is correct. That's correct. So goes to Oz. So you guys quietly sneak past these throbbing like sacks of whatever, and are able to make it into like a main sewer tunnel. It's much wider here. The stench is pretty fucking rank.
Okay. I'm going to spend a spell slot in order for automatic success.
Okay.
I'm going to use Beast Bond. So I'm going to touch Bully and make a
Mhm.
telepathic link. And then I'm going to have Bully scout ahead. That way we avoid trouble.
Good idea. Yeah. So, can you see using Beast Bond? Can you see through Billy's senses?
I can communicate with him and he can communicate with me. He can make simple emotions and concepts known to me. And then I can talk with him as well.
Okay. Yeah. So after,
See anything,
yeah,
buddy?
so he scouts ahead, and you do like occasionally, like basically you're playing hot cold here
Marco
with Bully.
Polo.
Like, yeah, essentially like he'll go down a section, and as soon as he like starts getting stressed, he'll start going down a new section, and you guys just start navigating tunnels that do not seem to bother Bully as much. And sure enough, it seems to be working. So Izo, no pressure, but it's literally all on you now.
Oh my god. There's no way I can just pass to Susan and let her burn a spell slot that like.
No.
Why you just burn a spell slot, dude?
I don't have.
He doesn't have anything.
I know.
Action search?
I
Wait, no, you're not firearm, are you?
No. I may start modifying that rule. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, Izo, it goes to you.
Do what I did in my game.
I may have it be advantage, but
Yeah.
anyway. For now, it's easy. It goes to Izo.
I only have one. You know what? I'm going to use animal handling to try and to use animal handling to use the rats in the sewers to find fresh air to get out of here. To find
Okay.
the entrance.
Hey, Easel, remember that time I threw a rat in your face?
That was you?
Wait,
What an asshole.
No,
That was
I
in the
didn't
middle
do
of a
that.
goddamn fight.
You threw a rat at him?
What?
Yes! Woo!
Oh my god. Why you just throw a rat at him? Rats are the worst.
Rat City.
We did it! Hooray, team!
Oh my god.
Congratulations.
Oh my god.
Okay. So you guys emerge out of the sewers in Seaward. Meanwhile, let's cut back to the rest of you.
We did it.
Tanavast is sort of staring at you, Lazarus. From what I understand, you weren't alone. She'll point to Bartle. According to him, and she'll point to King, Bartle was with you.
That's true. I
But that's
requested
not.
backup.
But that's not what he said, and she'll point at Jimheim.
He came in after the fact, and neither he nor Barl saw each other when he came in.
I see. I have just one more question for the three of you gentlemen. Who is, and she'll pull out a notebook and she'll read it, Vinny Villanova?
A damn good dancer.
Yep,
You're
That's
not
a true
wrong.
fact. That's not a lie.
he speaks the truth. That's all I really know.
One of our little street friends. I think Jim knows him from the theater.
Oh, that Vinny. Yes, of course I know him from the theater. Great dancer.
He comes along with us with our little street excursion sometimes.
Was Vinny here tonight?
Jim,
Drinking a
you know,
lot.
first you forget about Laz, then you think about Vinny. You need to work on your drinking, friend.
Oh, so Vinny was with you. Is that right? Is that right, Mr. King?
Well, yeah, Vinny was with us. Might be in the belly of a shark now. I don't know.
Wait,
Oh,
Vinny's the
okay.
shark? Oh
And
my
with that,
goodness,
Vinny
I
might
need
be
to lay
inside
off
the
the
sh-
booze.
Might have been eaten by the
And
shark.
with that, I now have... Oh, good. Now I have the link between the two of you with Mr. Lazarus here. Thank you, Bartle, for telling me about Vinny. No problem, ma'am. She'll look over at Lazarus, and you see
Fucking
like a
Bartle.
tiny smile like form in the corner of his mouth.
You piece of shit.
According to your friend King, you were also with somebody named Oz Blueblood was involved. I believe that was the goblin that caused a commotion earlier today.
It was some goblin. I don't know his name.
He stood up
Wait,
and
King wasn't there.
said his name aloud.
King doesn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
remember.
was just
a
talking about
commotion.
Lazarus here.
He was
Good,
here too?
good.
I remember a commotion. I don't.
My lord, I think you really did have too much to drink.
I surely did. Well, listen. What's all this to you? The story is there was a cult of evil folk. There's a zombie shark. You're here at the perfect time to be the hero of the story. We were about to lose. Come in, save the day. Badger, all his friends outside, they all saw what was happening. It's time for you to take control of this story and become the hero.
Go kill that shark.
Or you could...
Give me a persuasion check here, Jimheim. And we've had a discussion, I think, about
So I look at her and I say, yes, you are the hero of this story. This is your story. And I kind of am starting to like glow and look really intensely into her eyes. Say, grasp it. Grasp your story.
You see, again, Tanavas's face doesn't change usually. Does anything like happen when you're saying this, Jimheim?
Is this resting bitch face, or what is she looking?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
as I'm
perpetually has resting bitch face.
as I'm saying this, I think I'm just like more beautiful than you've ever seen me, and the like curves of my jaw and my cheekbones are just very. You really notice them, and I'm just kind of shining with this vibrant light that I know King is like a little bit turned on by. I hope, but
He's
just really like
Jemheim
is just looking.
You all
extravagant.
You all also like smell the very faint smell of fresh flowers and the distant sound of like a little girl giggling. And Tanavas, again, she doesn't really show a lot of emotion, but you see a smile start to vaguely stretch across her face, and then she looks over at Wolf. Inspector, let's step into my office, and she'll take you into the back room, Wolf.
Give her a wink,
Wink,
as she
wink,
walks away.
wink, wink, wink.
Laz walks slowly behind.
She'll sit down in a chair. We don't even have to go to whisper chat for this, but she'll sit down in a chair.
Before he goes into a weird glance at Jimheim, because he was like mesmerized by that whole thing. He was very puzzled, and then closed the door.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, Lazarus,
Captain.
we have a problem. We have a problem.
Me too.
And I want you to help me, Lazarus. I want you to help me fix my problem. We don't look good right now. And I think you understand why. This whole shark business, eel business, all of this is really beside the fact that this makes our Lantern Man case look very botched. And here's the thing, Lazarus. It doesn't really matter, and I think you understand this. It doesn't really matter what goes on down here. It's what people think goes on down here. And when they see the Watch handle a high-profile case and bungle it, well, it doesn't inspire confidence. It gets people wondering. It gets people unhappy. It gets people nervous. It makes them start asking questions. Questions about who's in charge and what's going on and what sort of operation we're running down here. And she gets very serious. And I think we both know that we don't want that. So, Lazarus, I need your help.
You want me
She'll
to
pull
stand by?
out. She'll pull out a sheet, piece of paper, and she'll put a pin next to it. Confess.
Excuse me?
I've got you placed at the scene of, let's see, of the attack from the other night. That was a few hours ago, right, when you met with Pollock and Bartle? And now I've got you here, the scene of this. I understand that there's probably a dead body back at that alleyway. Maybe in a house. That's what Bartle told me. So I've got you at the scene of 2 murders associated with this Lantern Man thing. So all you have to do, Lazarus, is confess that you were in league with this Marcus Soldano, and the Watch saves face. Clearly, it was an inside job. That way it doesn't look like we fucked up.
Les bares his teeth and yeah, he's as she's been talking.
You're cutting out, Lee. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, better.
Okay.
Much better.
Laz is standing there, and as she's talking, his fists are clenched, are clenching tighter and tighter, and he's going to say, and all along the way, I've been in regular contact with the Black Staff, who's been aware of my entire investigation.
That's fantastic. The public doesn't know that, though.
Public doesn't have to. Black Staff does.
So what are you telling me here, Laz? That the Black Staff will vouch for us?
No, I'm telling you that the Black Staff is aware of the parasites that have been causing people who would otherwise be nonviolent to engage in violent acts. Soldano, who may or may not have done anything, in the eyes of the law would be innocent either way, because there is a parasite forcing him to commit whatever acts he's committed. Nobody botched any investigation. There was simply an unknown element.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm so glad we split the party.
Oh, I'm so regretting my -1 charisma.
Woo! There you go.
Oh boy.
I see. Now, it doesn't dawn on you that people might ask about why we didn't detect this parasite and that we accused, sentenced, and almost killed an innocent man. You don't think anybody's going to be annoyed by that?
Less annoyed than they would be at another member of the Watch using their position as their own personal murder spree. You have 2 options. You have a Watch that actively murders its citizens, or you have a Watch that maybe missed a bit of magical beastery that interfered with their investigation.
Now you see,
One
Laz.
of those is understandable.
Now you see, Laz. I've always respected your mind. I've always respected your resourcefulness and your brilliant deduction skills. But there's one area where you've always lacked, and that's in imagination. There is a third option. And at that point, King and Jimheim, you guys are dragged into the room as well. This time by guards.
Hello again, Tanavas.
Gentlemen, good. I'm hoping that you two can help me solve my problem. I need a confession from somebody for all these murders, and the two of you, one of you, can help me with that. And she'll look over at Laz with a slight smile.
They didn't commit any murders.
I'm sure. Well, Laz, it doesn't really matter. You have shown that you don't want to cooperate, and that's understandable. I realize I am asking a lot from a married man with children. I wouldn't want to burden your family.
Was I disarmed?
Oh yeah, you would not be having. They would not allow people to have weapons.
That's what I figured. I just wanted to check.
You're dismissed, Inspector Wolf. I'll see you at the office tomorrow.
I'm not letting you pin this on another.
You are dismissed, Wolf.
I'm not leaving, Captain, until I know how this case resolves. We have a perfectly reasonable
It's not reasonable to me.
resolution.
It's not reasonable to me, Lazarus. I'm not taking chances. Now, I'm going to give you one more chance to reconsider what you just did. I'm going to point to that door, and you're going to walk out of it. And if not, things are going to go very unfortunate for Erebus.
Bitch.
That would be your wife. Door, Wolf. I'll see you tomorrow.
Laz is going to shoot a very, very pained look at King and Jem. This isn't over, Captain.
Leaving? Is that a yes?
Fucking bitch.
5. 4.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. As you head for the door, you grab the handle. She'll say, "The girl. Tell me how the girl's involved, and maybe I let them go. Bring me the girl, actually. Yeah, bring her. Don't try to tell me she's not involved. I've got every one of your little cadre involved in this. Bring me the girl. Maybe nobody here has to get hurt."
Laz stops and
You have 2 hours, Inspector Wolf.
Laz turns to and he says, "I don't think you want to upset your partner, South Ward."
Red Knuckle won't mind. Trust me. Either way, you're dismissed, Wolf. And she'll sit down and motion for King and Jim to sit.
Wait, is she talking
Alright.
about me?
Laz leaves.
I nod at Laz as he leaves, trying to, reassuring them.
Meanwhile, the rest of you are in Seaward.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Making a delivery.
Ease of delivery
God, that was
service.
so easy. We got it in there lickety split. Good idea going to the
Fuck the
sewers.
police.
That was genius, really.
Fuck 'em. Stupid badges.
That's a good song. You gonna become a singer?
Oh.
Oh, we're
So
gonna
you guys,
perform that part.
you guys follow the fucking instructions. You find the address, to that you were told to go to and deliver that trident, Ezo. You arrive at this large palatial estate. Even though it's palatial. Even though it's rather late at night, the lights are still on, and it seems there seems to be plenty of activity going on inside.
Was I given a name of who I was delivering it to?
You were
just the
not
address?
actually.
Okay.
You were just given the address, but Vivi, you can actually give me an intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Just, I guess what I'm asking is, am I allowed to give this just to like a door servant, or do I need to give this to somebody in particular?
That wasn't really clear. You were just told to deliver it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Vivi, you recognize the estate as House Dumond. House Dumond is associated with over like a naval or like sea travel and sea shipping. They're actually they have a very close alliance, and they're sort of like subservient to House Moreau. Also, Izo, you've been holding onto that trident long enough that you know that by now you've actually been able to attune to it. So I'll go ahead and reveal what that is.
Magic. Oh man, magic trident. I need a magic helmet.
I knew that was coming.
So it's a superior trident of fish command. With it, it's a magical weapon. While attuned, you can speak and read primordial. It has 3 charges that you can use to cast Dominate Beast. Regains 1 charge per day. And lastly, once per day, it can cast Charm Person on humanoids that have natural swim speeds.
Don't touch my frog.
So as you start, you can head up to the front gate.
That frog.
Yeah, you can head up to the front gate. There are some guards. They'll stop you, sort of ask you what's going on.
A delivery.
Delivery service.
They nod, open the gates, let you to the front door.
You ever know a person named Kiki?
I think I know
guess like
what
an
Kiki wants.
underbutler answers or something.
Yeah. A maid answers the door.
Yes?
A delivery.
What sort of delivery? Food's delivered around back.
I kind of like hold the trident in front of me and like click the bottom of it against the step.
Oh, that sort of delivery. Come in, come in.
And she'll open it up.
I wipe my boots off on the mat.
Same.
I don't.
Okay. The foyer of this place is a massive atrium, with a grand staircase. It's like 2 staircases that sort of split and like come back up to the second story. But the thing that really dominates the room is this massive fish tank, cylindrical, that runs floor to ceiling. Inside, you can see that there's a tower of coral with an assortment of incredibly colored fish, octopi, eels, sort of all swimming around. It's probably safe to say that for Oz and Izo, this is probably the largest collection of... Number one, this is probably your first time seeing tropical fish. And it's also probably the largest
aquarium.
Yeah, it's probably the first time you've seen an aquarium. It might
really
also...
nice.
It's definitely the first time you've seen this many variety of species of living, like, sea creature, other than a fish market. Like, living sea creatures in one place.
I just
Izo
like
walks over to the
tap him with
glass
my
and is
elbow.
just
Welcome to
dumbfounded.
Sea Ward.
This is a nice fancy place you got here.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Well, don't tell. Please, just make sure you don't tap on the glass. Listen, the master, he's right in through there, and she'll point to a room on the ground floor. It's behind. It's like between the 2 staircases. You can see it leads into some sort of study.
He's in a meeting right now. Please don't disturb him, but make yourself comfortable in there. Do you want tea?
No, thank you, ma'am.
I'm gonna secretly tap on the glass.
Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do
Okay, you tap on the glass and the fish swim. Give me a stealth check when you do. Or sleight of hand. Stealth. Okay, stealth's fine. Yeah. You tap on it. No, nobody notices.
Cool.
And she'll
Now don't
she'll
tap
just be
on the
like-
glass. The big fish will
She'll-
come and scare you. It's not a good idea.
She'll start like sort of shambling into the kitchen, leaving you guys alone in the atrium.
She told me
Izo's
not to
just
do it.
fucking
I had to.
mesmerized.
Yeah, this place
This
is pretty
is
fucking sweet.
incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's shiny.
I
I like the octopi.
Is Bully with us?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you get the impression they don't seem to mind like amphibians in this house.
I'm gonna just say that Bully's probably just staring at the fish in the glass, and he's
Trying to lick it as it come by.
Yeah, every once in a while he'll like
Smell.
attack the tank with a tongue.
Dunk. Melm.
Stop it, boy. They said not to tap on the glass.
So, Josh, if I can speak and read Primordial, do I hear the fish saying anything?
No, primordial is the language of elementals.
Okay.
Not the element, not fish talk.
Not fish
Yeah.
speak.
Is there any?
It's not fish tongue.
Is there any elementals in here?
Yeah. Are there any water elementals in the thing?
There are not. But you guys can head into the study that she pointed to. Big place, very posh, nice, dark red carpet, dark woods everywhere. There's like a little concave reading nook with a floor-to-ceiling library. There's a spiral staircase that leads up to a second floor where you can see that there is a set of double doors up there, and you can hear there's a conversation going on up there, or like behind those doors. Otherwise, you have like a wet bar, and the entire right wall is just a gigantic aquarium with a large amount of oceanic species.
Oh my god.
We're talking like almost like large schools of silvery fish and stuff like that. An occasional shark swims by.
Izo is again is just fucking mesmerized.
Mm-hmm. While you guys are kicking around, you can all give me perception checks.
You just see like.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Apparently, fish make me really perceptive.
I'm like scales.
Sense of
Scales.
awe and
Which
wonder
one
at
has
this
the biggest
aquarium.
scales?
That would be
perspective.
that would be on a side aquarium. You see a what appears to be a freshwater tank as a large arapaima with these massive scales. Looks almost like a fucking dinosaur as it swims by.
Bully's perceptive as well.
Oh yeah, so Bully hears this along with Izo. Izo, you can hear you can hear snippets of the conversation upstairs, but what you're really hearing is like the weird sort of intonation of one of the speakers. But you can just hear like this sort of buzzing voice just go, "You haven't found the stone. Stone has not been located. Find it. You were told to find it. Everyone's told to find it."
Haven't I heard that voice before?
You have not.
Okay.
But the person who got the worst perception of all of you, who totally does not hear this, has heard
Nope.
it.
That's always the luck of it.
And after a minute or two, the doors open up as a portly gentleman in nice attire, wearing the colors of the house, which are probably dark blue and maroon, come out, and he's talking with a gentleman wearing long, like plain but like very sort of layered gray robes, stringy black hair, and he's got it's weird. He's wearing a metal plate over his throat that comes up to his lower jaw, that seems to be inset with blue LEDs. And whenever the guy talks, when you hear a voice emanating from that plate, not from his mouth. His jaws don't actually move, and every time he does, the lights sort of pulse to the to whatever he's saying, to the syllables he's saying.
He's a Scooby-Doo villain.
But as he comes out, he's just like, "Find the stone. Remember, what's been given can't be taken away."
Jinkies.
Starts coming down the steps.
What's wrong with that guy?
Do I see him at that point?
You'd see him as he's coming down the staircase.
Does he have any visible tattoos or symbols on him?
Yes, you can see behind his right ear, he has the tattoo of an eye. Izo, you can give me an intelligence check.
You got it. It was gonna be bad.
It was bad.
Yep, you don't know.
I know what the eye means though, and I'm gonna nod my head respectfully as he passes.
He stops. He just like looks at the three of you. Who the fuck are you?
Here making a delivery, sir.
I'm just a guy passing through.
Oh. Okay.
No one of importance.
Noted. Keeps walking. He like turns back. You didn't see anything.
Nope.
Who?
Starts heading out. Stops again. Looks back and sort of like squints at Vivi. Don't I know you?
Probably. Probably not personally.
Red Knuckles.
Yes.
You were at Red Knuckles.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
Making a delivery.
For Red Knuckle?
Yes.
What sort of delivery?
Is Izo holding the trident?
I am
Yeah, is
just
that
on the
visible
trident,
for... Mhm.
And Izo's
Oh, yeah,
just
as soon...
like,
Yeah.
Izo's just like very
I point to
still
the
and
trident.
quiet.
Stares at it. Stares up at the guy who's coming down the steps. Oh, please do not pay them any mind. They are just delivering this thing for me. Noted. Looks back at Vivi. Noted. Have a good day. Night. Whatever. Heads out. The guy walks up to you. Oh, thank you so much. I see you found it for me.
Yes,
He'll
sir.
reach for the train. Thank you. He like starts turning it over in his hand. Good. I'm sorry, I'm being so rude. Would you like something to drink? And he'll walk over to his wet bar. Please sit, I insist.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, thanks. It's
Sure, I'll take some alcohol. What you got?
been a long night. It's
What do
been
you want?
raining.
He starts making cocktails.
You know, whatever the fuck
Mimosas?
is the strongest?
I'll take whatever is your favorite.
Noted. And Izo, any requests?
Whiskey if you've got it.
Okay, yeah, he'll whiskey and whiskey for Oz and Izo, Vivi. You and him start drinking Sex on the Beaches. And he sits
I might
down.
have mixed that up, but okay, got it.
But Oz and Izo were asking for hard stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Sure.
Vivi's drinking what he's drinking. Sex on the Beach.
Oh, got it. Okay.
My lord, it might interest you to know that a cult just used that trident to bring back a
Shark.
talking zombie shark.
We don't talk business in this room. In this room, we sit.
Very well.
We study the fish.
Wee wee.
No matter what is going on in my life, whatever troubles avail me, I can always sit here and watch them swim. Behold the fish, so beautiful, so peaceful.
To the
tranquil.
fish.
It is
What about
incredible.
frogs? You like frogs?
I do like frogs. I guess Bully's in the room, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still staring
Yeah.
at the thing, just like
Bonk.
passively
yeah.
hitting it every so often.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's absolutely
No.
marvelous.
No, I have the largest aquariums in all of Waterdeep. The large collection of aquatic life.
Don't they try to like eat each other and stuff?
No. I'm able to feeding them properly. They're able to mutually coexist. I lose occasional fish here and there, but I never put any of the very valuable specimens in the same tank with dangerous ones.
Smart man.
So, would you like to see my prized possession?
Yes.
Is it a fish?
I can only assume.
He'll walk over to it. He'll walk over to his tank and he'll tap on the glass once, twice, 3 times. And you see after a few seconds the fish start to scatter, and emerging from out of like a crevice in the rock wall in the back is a mermaid.
Oh shit!
Swims up.
Oh.
I wave.
Is it a woman?
Swims up and like stares at him. Hello, my beauty. How's it going? Keeps just staring at him, very like sort of. Give me insight checks.
Mm.
Wow.
Oz and Izo, you can ascertain that mermaid's quite sad. She doesn't like being in this tank.
Hot. it.
Do you fuck it?
He spins around. Good heavens, no!
Oh.
What is it?
It is a mermaid. And to answer your question, of course not.
Mermaid.
She won't have me.
So you could.
Is
what
she
you're
into
saying.
goblins?
Mermaid.
He glares at you, Oz. No,
Oh.
she's not into goblins.
Just like staring at her.
He notices you staring. Fantastic, is she not?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's enough seeing her. And
Yeah,
like,
you're
shoo her
right.
away.
You're right. You're right.
Mermaid swims off.
Ah, she's pretty.
Yeah, she is. Thank you for complimenting her. I think it's about time you left.
Good
Did you
idea.
want to talk business first?
What sort of business?
He kind of points to the trident. History, I guess. Or current events. Caesar kind of scratches his head.
If it's not too much intrusion to ask, I guess.
Just something you might want to know.
About what? What? Spit it out, man. About this cult?
And the undead talking shark.
Undead talking shark. What sort of shark?
Big one.
Big one.
Real
Real-
big.
real
Bigger than
big.
me.
Huge.
Bit a man in half, one bite.
Fantastic.
Lots of teeth.
And where is this shark?
Dockward.
In the bay.
Where the watermelons grow.
Thank you. Thank you. This information will be most helpful. I appreciate it.
I think it had a name.
Thank you. Thank you for them.
I don't know if I heard the name. I don't think I was too far away to hear it if they said it.
Obin.
Sesame.
Obi.
One Kenobi.
Abel.
Bodied.
It doesn't really matter. Anyway, I appreciate it, but I think it's about time all of you left.
He really
got some-
obliterated everybody.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure it's something I can capture. Anyway, thank you for coming. I'm
Thank you
sure
for having
the maid will pay you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my lord.
Izo knocks back the rest of his whiskey and sets the glass down.
I do the same.
And this drink is fantastic. I love it.
Fantastic. Please leave.
Okay,
Yeah,
later,
no.
dude.
Yes. Goodbye, goblin. As you leave, you can hear him just go into goblins. Sacre bleu. And you hear him tap on the glass again.
You say suck me blue?
Sacre bleu.
I'll be back in just a moment.
So you guys can head out into the atrium. Bully's still staring at the fish.
Hey, Bullet, come on, let's go.
Blinks at you, starts following. The maid comes up, carrying a small pouch of money. Hands it to you, Izo.
Thank you.
For your trouble.
Have a good evening.
Inside, you can find 100 gold pieces.
Hell yeah. Getting paid.
Good job,
Where's the
Izo.
character sheet? Oh my god, really earned it. I thought it was gonna be easy delivery. Fucking earned that money.
Now all we
Done.
gotta do is get 6,000 gold by the end of the month. And by we, I mean me.
And then we're walking out of the building, right?
Oh yeah, definitely getting out of there.
You're as you're heading out the front door, you hear the guy like shouting in the room back there, something about how you will obey me at this point. But other than that,
Oh fuck, this got dark. I
Anyway.
thought that's what he wanted
You
the
think he
trident
fucks
for.
that thing?
He's going to now that he has that magic trident.
Oh.
Hot.
meanwhile,
Really hot, actually. That was a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
so let's go back over here.
Oh god.
Did I hear that Kyle is away for the
Yeah.
moment?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
Hey, boys,
that's
get
good.
back to you guys.
That'll work. Lazarus, come.
Yep. No. Whisper.
Lee, Jump into the whisper chat. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You can pull him. You can pull him.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Pull him, dude. Just pull him.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I can pull him. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, the whisper had disappeared on with my voice connected icon.
okay. So, Lazarus, you're heading out you're heading outside, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As you're heading out, you can see that more like this big crowd is sort of gathered out front. The guards are sort of trying to keep them back, but people are trying to figure out what's going on here. And you can see prominently at the front of the group, who's managed to push his way past most of the guards, is a well-dressed dandy of a man with a silver sword cane, Victor Saint-Amand. As he sees you, he just like waves at you, Inspector Wolf!
Saint-Amand
Comes rushing up, like one of the guards like goes to grab him, and he's just like, fucking, yes, man. Inspector Wolf, so good to see you. What seems to be the trouble here? I was in the neighborhood.
I'm assuming that I've been released from my mantle since I've been sent to
Yes.
team things.
Yeah.
I'm running an errand.
Running an errand, I see. Okay, fantastic. So what exactly went down here? Because I'm hearing and I'm seeing Lantern Man.
Can I do an insight check to see if I can see if I can discern any particular intentions that he might have?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. Please don't. Okay, cool.
Okay, so he seems legitimately interested into what's going on. And he seems to be like trying to figure out, like he's legitimately interested, but he's also like worried about how is this going to affect him and his reputation.
Possible accomplices.
Accomplices.
Cult activity.
Cult activity. So you're saying that Soldano was part of a cult?
More was under the thumb of the cult.
Interesting. But he was involved.
Not of his will.
But he was involved. Right? The point is, I wasn't wrong. That's what matters here.
There.
You cut out there, Lee.
Yeah. Sorry. Keep walking too far away from here. Man, if you don't mind, Victor, I need to get on my way. I'm on a time limit.
Time limit? Lazarus, he'll like sidle up next to you as you're heading towards the crowd. Lazarus, I'm a little confused here. You seem to be in a rush. What's going on? You can tell me. We're friends, aren't we?
I've got orders.
Orders. Oh, well, fine, if you want to be that way.
Orders include secrecy.
Understood. Just, after I did your job for you over the past few days, I just figured you might want to share and share alike. I figured mutual cooperation between professionals might be in our best interest. But if you're not interested in my help, then so be it.
Question out of character, Jolly. Do I know where the judge lives? that presided over the case?
No, probably not.
Would Saint Domingue?
He might.
Okay.
He does seem to be a repository of factoids.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, Victor, you might be able to help. I have some evidence of the cult activity that I'd like to give to the judge right away. Would you be able to point me in the right direction?
At this hour at night, Lazarus? I don't know if that's the best idea.
I'm trying. Look, Victor, he may have been involved, but in the eyes of the law, if he was under any sort of mind control, like the type that could be induced by a cult, he is an innocent man. I need to present evidence like that to the judge.
Oh, I understand. I obviously, Lazarus, I don't want to see him hang either, but I think bothering the judge late at night isn't going to help with that. My dear Wolf, you've always been a very smart man. Not as smart as me, obviously, and that's why I'm the one helping you at this moment, helping you do your job, Lazarus. Have you ever dawned on you that it's not just about being good-looking, fabulously dressed, and incredibly brilliant? You have to be a people person, Wolf. You have to be a people person.
Well, an introduction from great Victor's name might help in the way of easing the sting of a rather untimely interruption.
I think I have something even better than an introduction to a judge. Lazarus, have I ever introduced you to my friend Zip Martin? And he'll start walking you over to a guy wearing a straw hat. He's got a little notepad that he's fiercely scribbling down things. He's with the Waterdeep Wazoo.
Victor, I'm again on a time crunch. We need to see the judge.
Okay. Fine, if you want to put it that way. Let's see. Let's see. The judge. He starts tapping his chin. I believe he's in Castlewood. Yeah, no, he works in Castlewood. We're probably talking Northward. I think I heard a rumor that he lives on Whale-Gone Way.
Okay.
Other side of the city.
How long would it take to get there?
Probably 2 hours.
Is there anything?
The reporter chimes in. Mr. Saint Domingue, get to give a comment on what's going on here. In a minute, Zip. In a minute. Hey, let me talk with my friend here. I'm sorry, Wolf. What were you saying?
Do you have transportation?
I do have a private carriage.
May I use it? Borrow.
I suppose. What's in it for me, though?
Exposed to cult. Helped expose a cult.
You're cutting out, Lee.
Okay.
Helped expose a cult.
Yeah, you helped expose a cult. Thank you.
Helped expose a cult. You're right. I did come up with the idea for exposing a cult. And you did help me do that. That's a good line. Tell you what, sure, you can use my private carriage, but first in a minute, it's right over there. He'll gesture over behind the crowd to an alleyway. Take the alleyway, go to the right, then to the left. You'll find an old rundown chapel there. My carriage is parked right out front. Then he starts talking to the reporters.
Laz is gone.
Okay. As you start pushing your way through, you just hear Victor start talking to the press. Yes, it appears to be there. Yes. So anyway, like I was saying, I worked diligently with the Waterdeep City Watch, and we set up a bit of a sting operation. See, I always see Marcus Saldana was obviously a plant. So what we did is and he starts explaining an elaborate plan where you intentionally busted the wrong man. You start pushing your way through.
Well, that'll be awkward. Okay. All right. Go to. Is there actually a carriage where he said there was?
Yeah. You can find a carriage where you pointed.
Okay.
Yep. And you're heading there.
Yes.
And you're trying to find this judge's house.
Yes.
Okay. Let's pop back into the journal.
Okay.
Oh,
No, this is
Welcome
fun
back.
Because
I'm gonna
a
drag him
mutual
back
friend
in.
of ours were like sitting in the very
Yep.
back row, making jokes about it the entire
There we
time. So we had fun.
good.
Okay.
Look
Sorry
up.
about all that.
No.
So, Jim and King, you guys are hanging out with Tanavast.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
When she was talking to Laz and kind of like threatening his family and stuff, before he left, could I like telepathically reach out to King there?
Yeah, sure.
Say, hey King, you got a plan?
See, I think you have the message cantrip.
Yeah, you can respond.
I do actually.
And Josh, maybe you say when it's like he's left
Yeah,
and we've
everything-
spoken too much.
Yeah, it's fine. Keep going.
What's your plan? We need one.
Well, just we got a little token that we can use here in a minute, and we can solve multiple problems at the same time with it. Just follow my lead.
You brilliant bastard! I'm ready.
Oh, I am too. Just stick with my lead, and we'll make something work out of this.
Laz walks out the door.
Lovely.
Gentlemen, why don't you have a seat?
Of course.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how are we going to solve my problem?
Now, tell me, what is your problem?
My problem
Good
is
question.
I need to save face here.
It's all about the story, right?
Exactly. See, Lord Moreau, I knew you could figure it out. You only dress like a clown.
Damn fine clown, though.
Yeah, I'll take that in
Very
stride. Well, my associate King here, I think, can elaborate. We can definitely help you
Oh,
out.
the royal wants to speak. Go ahead.
Yes.
So, I believe your problem, and now correct me if I'm wrong, is there's this whole Lantern Man debacle, and this puts a little open hole into it, to where the person that was convicted of this is no longer guilty, and you need someone who is guilty, correct?
That is correct.
Well, lucky for you and I have a little bit of evidence right here, and I pull out the letter to Aldous Grillum that we found in the office. I slap it on the table.
And what is this?
This is correspondence from, if not the leader of this eel cult, then at least the main liaison of this eel cult, from some association called The Wave, an association that I'm sure, many people in the city would not want to, compete with, the other influences like the Guard and guilds and others, of course. And it says right there that is from a man named Shoalar. But I've been looking into this little. I like to know my neighbors, and it wasn't just pure, concern of a badger that led me to investigate this, but some suspicions around some of my other neighbors. Shoalar is the alias of a name you might recognize as a resident in this city, Oliver Blackwood.
Who the fuck is Oliver Blackwood?
Oliver Blackwood, that bastard.
Oliver Blackwood, aka Shoalar, is a man who lives up in the street I originally bought property on, and I believe he is the leader of this little eel cult.
I knew it. That place is always very sly.
Very slimy.
I see. So this Oliver Blackwood. Okay. First off, why don't you give me a deception check, King?
This is the best.
This is genius.
And you actually have the letter?
Him and his shitty beers going down.
Yeah, the shitty way he treats the tabaxi lady.
Oh my god.
What just happened?
Oliver Blackwood is now Sholar.
Oh god.
My god. What have we done?
Oh, shit. Oh,
Well,
great.
You have your man right there.
well, that
I can lead you
would-
right to him.
Well, that would put a big bow on this. Thank you, Mr.
It's a
King.
nice story.
It is a nice story. It's just the one factor that we're not really working on here. What do I tell everybody when I tell them that I almost executed the wrong man? How does Mr. Shoalar solve that problem?
It's as simple as
Eels.
these eels have a way of messing with people's minds.
Yes, the man that you accused surely did it, but he was under the influence of the eel. So you're not in the wrong. You just cracked
Time
the
out.
case further.
Maybe I'm not making myself clear here. I can't be seen making mistakes.
Well, you didn't make a
including
mistake
not
because,
finding eels.
but you solved
How-
it now.
How innocent is the other man really? Who's to say he wasn't a culprit, wasn't a cooperator with Shoalar, aka Oliver Blackwood? Maybe he was working with him. Maybe he was just.
Are you sure about this, King?
It's a clue. It's a
Mr.
hunch.
Moreau, Lord Moreau, sorry. I don't
You're right. I spoke out of turn. You're right.
Thank you. Thank you. Please remember who's in charge here.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Excuse me?
Madame, I'm nervous.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not. I'm just nervous.
Stop talking.
Okay.
Mr. King, you were saying.
So, it's less of admitting that you arrested the wrong man, more so that you have found a bigger man, the man behind the man. Just because you found the real mastermind behind this doesn't mean that the person you already have isn't guilty as well. You don't have to admit any fault, you just have to admit that you dug deeper and found something even larger. All you have to admit is that you did even greater than you did before.
Give me a persuasion. Mr. King, I like the way you think.
And same to you.
Gentlemen, I think this rather ties everything up in a nice, neat bow. I like nice, neat bows.
And so do I. We have a lot in common, I feel.
I think so. Mr. King, I will consider your request.
Thank you. I feel
Right
like we have a
after we-
lot to offer each other.
Right after we discuss the manner of you killing my block boss.
Yes, that is something we need to talk more about.
I don't really appreciate that.
And I don't really appreciate him trying to kill me. But so it goes. I think this can turn out to be beneficial for the both of us. You lose a weak individual block boss who has a propensity to waste his resources, and you gain a competent block boss.
I lose a loyal block boss, and I gain a new block boss who feels entitled to come into my territory, kill my subordinates, and parades around like he's royalty.
Well, he is royalty, to be clear.
Thank you.
Did I tell you to stop talking?
No.
I'm sure you're used to being top of the dung pile here. But around here, I make the rules. You're not in Seaward now. If you'd like to go back to Seaward at some point in the future, keep your mouth shut. Do I make myself clear, Mr. Moreau? I'm sorry, Lord Moreau. I don't want to step out of turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Anyway, Mr. King, about
Yes.
the block boss thing. What are we going to do about this? You owe me one subordinate.
You're
And
looking
I'm not-
right at him.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at a pompous ass.
Your loss.
Indeed.
I'm gonna speak into his mind telepathically to King and say, "Is this something Izo would want?"
I respond, well, if we get into Xanathar, he gets in with us.
I mean,
Okay.
mhm.
I don't know.
Well, how are we going to make amends, Mr. King?
Well, how about I do a job for you? Something that you would have had Lockjaw do and would have maybe had been competent enough to accomplish, and I show you how much value I can bring to that position that was so lacking before.
So you owe me a favor.
Yes. Besides taking care of a quite unsuitable person for who used to have the position.
Okay. That will work. I think we can do business. Thank you so much, Mr. King.
Likewise.
Doctor.
She'll point to the door.
As I found out this morning, you know where to find me. We'll take our leave.
Okay. As you start heading out, she just goes, "Thanks for the claw, by the way."
I turn back to her, and then I just turn away and keep walking.
Good kitty.
What?
Oh, she has his claw, and she just admitted it.
So you guys are allowed to leave the building. As you do, like as soon as you open the front door, there's a bright flash of light. There's like a whole bunch of people, and you see like standing there preening like a jackass is Victor Saint-Amand.
Oh, God damn it.
He's just like, don't worry. Oh, look, and here are my assistants now. And he puts his arms around the two of you over your shoulders. Yes, these two assisted me in the whole little affair. Gentlemen, why don't you tell them about how we set up all of this, the little sting operation with Marcus Soldano? He smiles, like stares at all the reporters. Somebody's like, "Smile for the memory stone." His flashes, like light flashes in your face.
I give a very grimsy smile, a smile that is very obviously trying to hide how furious I am.
Don't be bashful. Anytime now, boys. Talk about how great I am.
We couldn't have done it without you.
That's right, you couldn't, because it was pretty much my idea, along with, of course, Waterdeep's finest. It was a mutual arrangement. Everybody's like, "Oh, of course," writing it down. Oh, good. Well, boys, I think we should all retire for the evening. Go get ourselves a hot drink. Well, how about you two go? I'll handle the press. We go warm yourselves up. You look absolutely soaked.
That's a good idea.
Don't talk, Mr. Jazz, as he like nudges Jim Heim.
Oh, is
Hey, sir,
Eric's
when
mic?
did- Yeah.
I think Eric's mic's
Eric,
not
we can't
working.
hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, now we hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, just say, I just kind of like give a half smile. I'm like, yeah, you did great. We'll see you later. I just kind of saunter off.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are able to get out of the situation. So Laz, you're heading up to northward fast as you can.
Yes.
Okay. You're able to get up there within probably hour and a half, something like that. The carriage is able to save you a little bit of time. Up to Whalegond Way. What's your plan here?
How many houses are there?
Let's check the map.
Oh boy.
Let's go to the traffic cam.
That's not good news.
Well, there seems to be some traffic on the east side.
Look at live PD, dude.
Shifting you guys here.
Whee! Wow, it's like on the other fucking opposite way of the fucking town.
So there's not that many, but there's a good number of row houses.
Okay. Can I do an investigation check to rule out some of those houses?
Sure.
Like right off the bat? Okay.
Sure.
I'm doesn't help with intelligence checks. Whew.
Ooh.
Okay. Based on your knowledge of the judge's love of novelty, of like flamingo-shaped novelties, you're able to find a flamingo-shaped mailbox that might be his.
Okay. Then
I have no other idea how you would figure this out.
that is absolutely fantastic. I will promise the judge a flamingo shaped novelty. This is done. It's recompense for waking him. Knock on the door. Or
No response initially. After a minute or two, the door opens to a very confused-looking butler holding a candle. Yes.
Lazarus Wolf, Waterdeep Watch. May I speak with the judge, please?
It's late. You should come back when you have an appointment, or the sun's up. He starts closing the door. Wait, did you
Excuse
say
me,
watch?
sir. Watch. Watch
Oh.
business.
Wait here. He closes the door. After several more minutes, the door opens back up. You see the judge. You're led into a little parlor. The judge is coming downstairs. He's wearing like one of those long sort of nightgowns. He's got like the cap with the poof ball at the end. Wolf, this had better be good.
Yes, sir. And then I pull out the specimen of the Sarnak. So
Sokar.
that I have. Sokar, that's what it was. And I set it down. And I think if you go and look over the suspect you have for the Lantern Man case, you'll see that one of these is embedded in his skin.
He'll take it. What, some sort of parasite?
Yes, sir. It makes the person that's infecting, let's call it, very suggestible.
All right, fine, okay. We'll belay the execution. We'll do an inspection. Does that work?
Thank you, sir. It's tied to cult activity on the dock. The watch is already...
Write me a report, man. It's too late for all of this.
Yes.
1 in the morning, Lazarus. Go to bed. Here, take this. I don't want any. Tosses the vial at you.
Okay. Take the vial. Uh, yeah, that. Yeah.
Heading out.
Sir,
What, Lazarus? Speak. You're standing
I-
like a growling man.
I just want to prepare you. Saint Domain already wormed his way into the caves again.
What Saint Domain does is no concern of mine. As far as I'm concerned, the fact that the man's involved in the case is a blessing. How else would any fucking crimes get solved in this city?
Hmm.
The man's a veritable hero.
Yes, sir.
I think you would respect him a little bit more. Saying things like he wormed his way in. What kind of talk is that?
Let me be a little bit more diplomatic. I apologize. It is late. I'm a little gruff. He's talking to the press.
Let him talk to the press. Lazarus, it's late. Let's go to bed.
Yeah. That did not have that did not elicit exactly what I wanted, but it got part of what I wanted. So, yeah, I guess I have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not.
Unless you want to kill the man and move into his house.
No, I don't think he'd be very receptive to anything else that I had to say, particularly.
Mm-hmm. So the rest of you,
things, yeah.
After leaving Damon's estate, back to the bar?
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
Or
Yes.
other locations?
Wait.
Back to the bar.
Yeah,
Think of anything.
late. I'll get that beer tomorrow.
Get the fuck out of Seaward.
I need to fucking hit the hay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Time for sleep.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can make it back to the bar. When you do, when you get back on Silver Chime Alley, as you're heading back into your bar, coming out of the shop to the north, Everyday Wizardry, you see this dwarf, white beard. He comes rushing out. He's wearing a nightgown with one of those little hats with a poop ball at the end. Comes rushing up. Oh, thank goodness! Is your friend okay?
Our friend?
Who?
Which friend?
The cat man.
Oh!
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
probably
he
fine.
should be fine.
Oh, thank God. I saw some shitty figures coming around earlier. They walked off with your friend and the pretty man. I was a little concerned.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I think
Shady
they're
figures.
definitely fine.
Were they wearing like shades? What do you mean? Shades?
No, they're just a bunch of bugbears on a dwarf with a crossbow for an arm. Looked kind of cool.
What time? When?
That is pretty cool.
When was that?
I don't. This was several hours ago.
Didn't
Oh,
they tell us
well,
that happened, or
Yeah.
they told? Yeah.
We've seen him since then. He's okay.
Oh, good. I notified the watch, so as they started poking around, they seemed less than interested. But I'm good. I'm glad to hear that your friends are okay.
Well, thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks
the
for-
concern,
Yeah.
sir.
No problem.
Probably best not notify the watch whenever bugbears are around now.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be racist.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just saying that when they were escorted out, I mean, that dwarf guy looked rather scary. He had Xanadar tattoos.
He is pretty scary.
Well, how do
I'm
you
just
know
saying-
about that?
I mean, I think everybody knows about that. Oz.
I know a thing or two about guild business.
Oh,
Not saying that I'm involved in anything like that. I'm just saying that
Of course, of course.
You know, I have ears and eyes.
Are you sure Clatterby isn't involved somehow?
Clatterby. No. My sweet Liebling, he would never be involved in anything like that. You can see Clatterby is like standing in the doorway. He's got like a butter knife. And it's like he slowly raises it and is now slowly walking across the plaza over to you guys.
Who's the local block boss?
So what?
Block boss.
It's Clatterby, isn't it?
I don't. Are you talking about guild stuff? I know symbols, but I don't know anything about who runs anything. They call him the Rashimi.
Oh shit.
The Rashimi.
That sounds like a dessert.
Making me
Sounds
hungry.
like a
Oz would
mushroom.
know a Rashimi is somebody from Rashomon. Russians, essentially.
Oh, Russians.
It's the Russian.
It's late.
It's communists.
For bed.
Agreed. Anyway, good night to all of you.
Yeah, thanks for seeing us.
He'll head back into his building.
Nosy
Nice.
dwarf.
He's
So
great.
Jim and King, you guys are able to get back to the bar without any trouble. Probably around the same time.
Before we get there, though, I want to say something to Jim.
Oh yeah, sure.
So, Jim, you're more experienced in friendship than I am. I mean, I've had a lot of acquaintances, a lot of servants, a lot of devotees, but nothing like this group we've been in lately. I don't know if I should tell them about what we talked with Tenevas about me potentially becoming a block boss. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't see a reason to bring that up. I don't know. I don't know what they would, if they would care about it.
We're basically already involved.
I know Vivi has some drama with that whole side of the city, and
Here's the,
Lazarus has been on my ass since first met him, because that's what would make him think any higher of me.
I guess here's the question: do you think that they could help you? Because maybe actually, Izo and Vivi, I think both have connections, and so maybe it would be useful to them, and they could be useful to you.
I have connections too.
That's a good point. Thank you, Jemime.
But you just really threw that Lantern Man fellow under the bus, huh?
Well, I mean, he did kill those people, whether the eel made him do it or not. But that doesn't really matter. That's more of an excuse than anything. It's... Before we get involved, he's going to be executed, and after we get involved, he's going to be executed. We didn't really make the situation worse. We just failed to make it better. And we got ourselves out of things, and might be getting ourselves a little bit of upward momentum ourselves. It's not good, but we didn't make things worse.
I think I'll leave that part out of the story.
I think I will too.
I feel like that's a good point to end tonight's session on.
Consequentialism.
Dun.
They didn't make a
As
change
you
in the
guys are getting
consequences, so the actions were fine.
Wow, what a session!
Yeah.
That
Like,
was
I
all
started-
intense.
I started veering towards saying, "Oh, he's guilty anyways," but like, no, that's bullshit. I'm not gonna try and do that. I'm gonna just say, acknowledges that it's a shitty situation, but it's could be worse.
Better him
Also-
than you.
Also, I'm going to get nice and cozy with Tenevast. I'm going to rise up in the organization, but really break through that icy shell he has. Really get her to open up and start, understanding friendship and people. And then I'm going to kill her in a horrific way.
Beautiful.
She's at the top of the list right now. Oh,
You becoming our owing Tanavas it pretty much means that it'll be safe for us to go into dock ward again.
exactly. I was thinking about it like this past couple weeks. Is like, I think actually after our little like police academy like jokes in the chat, I was kind of thinking about it. Like, man, joining the watch would be make things easier for us. Joining the Xanathar would be even better.
Oh boy.
Oh, I still don't know
Xanathar
how to reconcile this
family.
Laz, because I feel like at this point
Deep
Laz
cover.
should just kill all of us or kill me.
Just wow. There's just wow.
Laz, just consider it deep cover.
I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
how I'm seeing it. It's
You're like DiCaprio and what is that movie called?
It's a lot of movies.
Titanic.
The Departed.
Yeah.
Departed, yeah.
Titanic.
No. No, right.
I mean,
Inception.
Both of
Yeah,
them.
you
Damn.
do DiCaprio and I'll do Matt Damon.
wait, doesn't one of us shoot the other one?
Only at the very end.
Oh well.
But in the meantime, we're both working for the mob and the police.
Oh,
It kind of all works out, except the end part.
yeah.
We'll just pause. We'll just pause everything before we get to that point in the movie.
Yeah, just have that part happen at like level 15 or something.
Yeah.
I'm like you're speaking of pausing. Me wish that we kind of had access to that sweet Spaceballs technology fast and see what's happening next, so that we know what to do.
Yeah. Fast forward. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, I feel like this session changed a lot of the dynamics,
Oh, man.
everything.
I was so on the fence about trying that move or not, but I was like, man, this is gonna be really interesting if it works.
Ugh.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
going to be interesting either way.
Josh, what did you think when I first like pulled that in the little like, whisper chat?
I was very surprised. I hadn't planned on that.
Also, I love you pinning
What
it
a
on the
crazy
asshole
idea.
across the street.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That I really didn't see coming.
And then you criticaled it. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, like
Oh
that.
my god.
Like I was expecting to have to like drag. Like the note says it that Sholar is gonna be there tomorrow night. My plan was to earn Tenevets's trust by tricking Oliver into coming there tomorrow night. But with that roll, I guess he just bought it. So perfect.
Man.
But
Just all kinds of bad. Laz is having this. This is easily the most stressful 3 days of Laz's life.
Fair enough.
I was just having a great time.
Just wait till Les hears that King's block boss plan is about to work.
Oh my god, Izo can't wait. I can't wait to hear this news as Izo.
Man, I know Izo's like trying to get buddy with the Xanathar. I'm really curious to see what his reaction to this is gonna be.
Yeah,
The Xanathar.
interesting development.
Yeah. It makes life
Um,
easier.
Josh, I just have to commend you. I think you did a wonderful job tonight.
Oh
of
yeah.
jumping between all of us and just like that whole having us all have our little private interviews with Tanavas. That was like amazing.
Oh,
You
thank
crushed
I'll
it.
have to rewatch that in the video.
it's pretty
I
good.
Yeah.
just can't,
See what I missed.
yeah, oh definitely.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
apologize for all
absolutely.
the like dead time that
Oh.
a lot of you had.
It was fun.
Oh,
No,
it's
not
fine.
No,
We entertain ourselves.
worked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Also-
when that started, I started getting like nervous, like, oh, because every time I watch a show that has that kind of setup where it takes like the different, people off to be interrogated, individually, I'm like, oh God, I know I would mess it up so bad if I was in there,
information.
and I kind of did by not completely stonewalling her asking about Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I tried to like, oh, there's a goblin. I don't know his name. I don't know the goblin. It's just a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
But I probably that's more info than what she got from everyone else. So fuck.
Fucking Vinny, dude.
yeah.
Well,
you
Oh my god,
they-
if anything.
I
think
know
the
I was
first
with
time-
you guys when you said I was with you guys.
Well, and I totally forgot that Bartle had like gone and spoken with her,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't thinking about the fact that like, oh yeah, that guy definitely told her some shit of who was there.
Yeah.
And it's alright. Gemheim's good at just playing dumb.
Wait, did Bartle tell her about me? I don't know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
here's
about Vinny.
I'm gonna give you a clip cut behind the scenes.
Mhm.
Bartle told her about meeting Laz. About Laz had Oz Blue Blood because you gave
The name.
him the name,
Mhm.
and Vinny Villanova. But he's under the impression that Vinny Villanova has the ability to change shape and was disguised as a petite woman while you guys were at the cannery or at the fishing packing place. So he's under the assumption that's who you actually are. And Vivi is just a disguise. Tanavast
Hilarious.
put enough together to probably figure out what's going on here.
So
I'm interested to see what her intelligence.
Ugh.
I feel like losing a game of chess right now.
Tanavast's intelligence is 15.
Also,
Wow.
also, Josh, I can't believe how bad you're able to make me feel about completing a simple delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
They're
was
horrible people.
That was
Not
pretty
in
bad.
character. In character, I don't think Izo we could put it together, but out of character, feel
That's-
terrible.
Pretty bad.
yeah, they told me about it after I got back. I was like, well, crap, we gotta save the mermaid now, and now I gotta think of a reason why King would give a shit. But we gotta save her.
But King thought of a good reason to give a shit, which is that
We want her in our bar.
Yeah.
In our
Yeah.
bar aquarium.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'd be
we're
a
moving
great
you
addition
from
to
this
our bar.
aquarium to our aquarium.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
gotta
come be
mention.
our attraction.
The second the
Exactly.
second they tell King about the mermaid, he's going to be lying to, why don't we have a mermaid? Let's get that fucking mermaid.
There
Yep.
we go.
Yep.
From a huge, awesome tank to a smaller, much more confined, shitty tank.
So you can be
AKA
stared at by children
AKA
and
barrel.
patron goers.
Yeah, but
On the
drunk
bright
people.
side, nobody will be using a trident thing.
I love.
That's not ruled out. Like, have you met King?
Fair
King
point.
would not do that.
Also on the downside, people would be constantly be throwing change
Yeah,
into
they're-
the tank for good luck.
I love
King
how
would
this
not use the
campaign.
trident. He would just rely on his own charm.
I love how this campaign is like us playing slightly evil characters and we are just constantly finding evil, selfish justifications to do good things.
It's like,
Like, oh, we gotta save that mermaid, but none of us would want to save that mermaid. But here's why we would.
a whole party full of Artemises. I love it.
And, that's the whole like flaw with evil campaigns. Is like people are inherently not evil, so it's like, man, I want to do the good thing, but the current playing wouldn't. Eh.
The trick is to come up with villains who are bigger assholes than you guys are. So
And you've succeeded because with that little claw taunt,
Tanavast is such a bitch.
oh yeah,
Tanavast is a
Oh yeah, Tanner.
bitch.
like
she loves being in control
like
and letting other people know.
Like, I was kind of, weighing that. I was like, okay, if she doesn't have the claw yet, he can try to intercept it by getting into her like, chain of command, try to intercept it before it gets to her. Or if she doesn't know it's significant, trying to, kind of sneak it away. Oh, but, yeah, she knows he cares about that claw, and she just taunted him about it. So, yeah, she is at the top of the list.
Wait, how does she know that he cares about the claw?
I have no idea.
Well, it's very simple. She saw you wearing it. It's a very distinct piece of jewelry.
Mhm.
Remember, you've met Tanavast before.
Mm-hmm.
She's taken it off of you and had an opportunity to steal it from you.
I was
Yeah,
about
it's probably-
to say she took a detailed, pretty much a detailed inventory of everybody's stuff while she strip searched everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Ishmael doesn't know how much King is attached to that claw, so
Yeah, the sheer fact, like she doesn't realize necessarily what it is. It's just that it's a shiny bauble that's very distinct.
and that is her mistake.
She's gonna try to break it. Don't trust her for a second.
So what is it? Huh?
Meanwhile, somewhere she's like tearing it apart. Yes.
Just pulling all the jewels out of it.
Yeah.
Take what everyone holds dear and destroy it.
As far as what it is, I haven't really put much thought into what it is besides like a family heirloom that he snuck away that he should have taken with him whenever he left Mestica. But to him, it has a lot of sentimental value, as you know, like one of the few things he has sentimental value about.
So he's not a complete sociopath. Aha.
True, and you guys are gonna start seeing more of that, especially after his little kind of, opening up a little bit to Jim about friendship.
This is
Gonna
learning.
cry.
The power of friendship.
Yeah, I felt King feeling sort of bad there at the end. Like I liked that sort of little turn with King.
It's like that scene in Step Brothers where Will Ferrell and his brother go to hug and they don't know how, and they're like constantly like almost like hitting each other. That's how I feel about like King trying to figure out friendship.
Because he has,
like for 2 weeks, Kyle, I was really certain you were going like somebody was going to like mouth off to Tanavas a little too much or get just a little too cocky, and I was prepared to cut off hands tonight. But
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, we could have got like hook hands, dude. That would have been cool.
dope.
With a dope red jacket. Oh, we could've-
Yeah.
That's a half
Shirt?
glass full kind of glass half full kind of guy.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
we
think
got
we're
away.
Hey, I was gonna say that.
I figured with the Tanavas confrontation, it either had to be complete denial, she can't know anything about the lockjaw thing, or he has to bring it up first and take control of the conversation. Because if she finds out about it first and confronts him about it, that leads to hands being chopped off.
Yeah.
Good call.
glad you got the rest of you got away when you did. That was smart.
That got so
fuck yeah.
close.
Fucking
That
close
was-
It was.
shit.
That was really
Holy
close.
fuck.
What did she want? Oh my god. So my heart was racing.
That was good. So
There
are
was
you gonna
literally
change the
no
rules?
part of this session that was not tense.
Yeah.
I'm
for
severely
sure.
thinking about like spending resources probably gives you advantage on skill checks,
Yeah.
on skill challenges. I
Okay,
think
did-
that might be, yeah, I think that might be a better use of that.
It makes sense.
In this particular campaign, it does. Usually, when I'm doing skill challenges, it's in like it's usually sandwiched between encounters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the resource, like the lack of resources, comes up. But here, you guys can go for a days
Without
without fights
using
or
it.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, was there a particular reason why Tanavas was asking for Izo?
She was expecting you, and she actually Izo was in the least danger of anybody. Like she was just
Okay.
told that you were going to be there, and that you had a trident. She
Oh.
literally had no other interest. But the fact that she knows that you're there, and people aren't saying that, is telling her that something's up.
Gotcha.
I was like kind of putting that together towards the end of it, and I was like, wait a second, Izo like works for the same people that she does.
Yeah.
I was,
But I
just
was like,
worried that she
I don't
gonna
wanna
take
say
the
anything.
Trident out of spite as some kind of like just power play against Red Knuckle.
It in theory, yes, but remember, Tanavest hates nobles.
Didn't know that.
Should not
Dealing
have
dealing with
told her.
nobles probably was going to let you go as long as you played ball.
I should not have
The
told her.
question is how big of a stool pigeon is Izo? That's what I was interested in.
What do you mean, stool pigeon?
Like if you had been there, like it was totally going to be, listen, just tell me everything that happened. Don't lie, and you can go, but tell me everything. You know,
I would have told her everything.
I'd say exactly. You would have told me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And that's when hands get chopped off.
Well, I would have told her everything I know. Izo didn't know about the block boss.
That doesn't matter. That's not the issue here. Never mind. Don't worry about
Izo
it.
doesn't
It didn't
even know
happen.
how everybody got there. Izo just was there, and everyone was already
Also
there.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Izo should have been found you guys already there.
Well, I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Good.
It was very good.
I was
Very,
worried
very
because
intense.
there was so much dead time. So
It's okay.
It wasn't that bad.
No.
Give us time to
It was
organize. Lee
Yeah.
and I actually started role playing. Cambridge bringing up his plan to him while you're in there with Jim.
fair enough. I feel like
Les just sitting there saying, "This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Don't say that."
yeah. The away team. You guys didn't feel neglected, did you? I
No.
felt bad because like the
No.
focus was mostly on Tanavast.
No,
you know,
no,
No.
the others. Okay.
No.
I was like
No
so busy
problems.
paying attention to what was going on with Tanavast that I didn't even think of that.
You also didn't miss anything. You were.
I'm also very tired, so I was actually happy having a little bit more downtime, especially after the intensity of last night.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, if you were looking for less intense, I don't know if this solved it, but
It wasn't continuously intense.
fair
For
enough.
me.
Fair enough.
you had little
Okay.
breaks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is it? Come here, buddy. I know.
All right, well, I'm gonna log off, but that was a
Same
great
as well.
game.
Oh yeah.
Great game.
A lot
thank
of
you,
fun.
Josh.
Fantastic as always.
I
Excited
got-
to see where we go next.
Lee, you're not going to be here next week, right? Or next session?
Correct.
Okay,
I will not. be
that's
here
good because next session's probably party or
Yeah.
play, and you weren't invited to that, so that solves
Yeah.
that problem for me.
Oh,
Hey, what about-
nice.
Yeah.
What did
Oh,
that
the
dude
play.
on the beach near the crabs who's gonna hold a party? Did we ever go to? Did that
That's in
ever
a
happen?
couple
the
days still.
party's on the 15th, and it's
It's in
you
like 2
play-
days,
pl-
right?
yeah, plays on the 14th, party's on the 15th,
Sick.
Okay.
I'm down for some play.
Yeah.
and Vivi has
Yeah, we got
intel
a-
that there may be a cash reward for a
Playing as entertainment in the party, so we
Yeah.
kind of have to do that. Sorry.
Didn't we get new suits
Oh, hell
too?
yeah.
well,
We did
yeah, you
get
have new you have new suits for the play and the party and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Next few days should be pretty fun.
Did King get a suit? I know it's probably one of those sessions where it was like not there.
You
You're
are
already
there. You don't really
fancy
need
as
one because you
fuck.
can like pass off with like exotic fancy stuff.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm ready to like beat the shit out of somebody at the party who like spills a drink on my brand new suit.
Absolutely.
That might or
Didn't
might
somebody
not
get
be
like
okay.
a color changing suit? Is that me?
Yes,
was you.
yeah, you have a color changing. suit.
That is
Oh,
you.
yeah.
You have
Cool.
a shift weave suit.
Hell yeah. Shift weed.
Not weed. Weed. That's what you do.
Do you remember what
Not what you wear.
what episode the suit buying was in?
That would be the same episode as that was the tail end of I think 10.
Okay.
Feels like 10.
Wow.
I just don't remember it. I want to go back and listen before the next session.
Wait.
It's 11.
11.
Lore
Thank you.
Master.
11.
Yeah, the end of 11.
End of 11. Got it.
This was session 15, I think. Or
Yep,
16. Okay,
15.
15. God. Okay.
Fuck.
All right. Well, night, guys.
Yeah. Night.
All right, good night.
Night.
Everybody.
Yeah, I gotta bail. I'm
Night.
tired.
Catch you guys later.
Yeah, see you guys next week. Kyle,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be fun.
And he just
So
can't
excited.
hide it.
Just gotta do some more planning and yeah, it'll be sloppy. It'll be the fun kind of sloppy.
That works.
Sloppy.
We're not doing phrasing anymore.
Yeah, no, it's 11:30. I'm tired. Time to go. Night, gang.
Bye.
Good night,
Night.
everybody.
Good night, guys.